is not. Okay, I'm going to start recording. And I'm going to share screen. Okay. So, welcome to our team call. I'm not going to do any SC points or anything yet. It's just a little bit too early in the month, even though Tara's rocking it and is at SC, what are you at, Tara, 8 or something? Which is amazing for the 8th of the month or the 7th of the month. So, okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but it says vision in the right-hand corner. So I don't know if you guys know or not, but I have registered myself for some training by this guy named Josh Coates. And Josh Coates, he is a mentor for the John Maxwell program. And what he does is helps people reach their goals, entrepreneurs reach their goals on network marketing. So it's a month push group, and I've paid to be in it, so it's really good information. And I really wanted to share with you guys some of the takeaways that I'm getting from the group. It just started yesterday, so yesterday it was like a 3-hour-long webinar, and it was a really long webinar, but it was full of some really great information. And he talked about some different things. And the first one I want to start talking about with you guys is vision. So grab your notebook and get ready to take down some questions, because I'm going to ask you guys some questions and then we're going to kind of like go through them together. So there is no such thing as motivation. There is only a vision. And I love that quote, because we can be as motivated as we want, but if we do not have the vision of what we want in our life, we won't get anywhere. You have to have the vision. So I want you guys to answer these questions as I say them out loud to you guys. And I'm going to give you some time to answer each question. If you could remove all barriers in your life, what would your life look like in 5 years? So write down that. If you could remove all barriers in your life, so anything holding you back, maybe that's unsupportive family, maybe that is financial stress, maybe that's relationship problems, whatever that may be, write that down. What would your life look like in 5 years if all of those barriers were taken down? All of those things that are stopping you from reaching your goals. Would you be completely financially free? Would you be living on an island? Would you be married to the man of your dreams? Like, where would you be? Okay, I think that was enough time. If not, we can kind of go back to them. What are some things you've always wanted, but you thought that it wasn't important enough for you to put it first? So, I mean, are there things in your life that you always wanted so bad, but you always said, it's not important. I can't spend money on myself that way. I can't do that for myself. I have all these other responsibilities I need to do. Like, what is something that you always want, always have wanted, or want right now that you have a hard time getting past the thing? Like, do you need it? Do you deserve it? Do you really need to spend that money on it? So it could be one thing, could be more than one thing. As a mom, there's a lot of things I find that, we want, but we're always like, I don't need that. Like maybe we really want a new pair of shoes, but we're like, oh no, I can't have that. My kids need new gum boots. And we're always putting ourselves last that way. So what do you really want that you never ever get for yourself? And last question for this one is, what would it feel like to wake up every day and experience all of the above? So I want you guys to really dig in deep and really think about what it would feel like if all your barriers were gone and your life was completely what you wanted it to be, and you had everything you always wanted that you told yourself you couldn't have. And I want you guys to write that down, how it would feel like, and really take that, what you're writing, and really feel it. So would you be excited? Would you jump out of bed in the morning and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have to go to work. I can wake up, I can drink my coffee, I can just chill out, I can just go sit on the deck on my balcony and have a coffee with my husband. My husband's retired now because I'm able to support my family. Like, what would it look like? That might be my dream that I just totally said right there. But I want you guys to really like dig into what yours would be, okay? These are important questions, so I really hope I'm giving you enough time and not rambling too much. Okay, I'm going to move on. So just continue to finish that up if you have some time. The next thing that I have been learning and focusing on is mission. We all have a mission that goes with the vision. So when you have a vision, you have a mission to get to your vision. So a mission is, you know, our mission keeps us honest and gives us purpose. So, you know, our mission always kind of brings us back down. Like what are we doing and why? What are we doing and why? So when you look at the world around you, what makes you want to change? What makes you want to change your surroundings? What makes you want to change your life? Have you been put into, you know, what have you been through in your life that makes you want to change and help people? For me, as you guys are writing yours down, I'll just kind of explain what mine is. When I look at the world around me, I see a ton of negativity, and I see people who are so afraid to leave their comfort zones and experiencing something great that it makes me want to be so much different. Like, I have so many friends that are just, I feel horrible saying this, but they're boring. Like, they really are boring. All they want to do is sit around and just do nothing. Like, they don't have any visions for themselves. I think that I don't know about you guys, but I'm not okay with like living my life and going to just go sit at someone's house every weekend and drink coffee and watch my husband drink beer. Like, I'm not cool with that. Like, I want to like take my weekends and like take my family on holidays and go on trips and like teach my kids what traveling's all about. Or like, you know, maybe just go and have like a big fun family day in Prince George, or go to the city, or like do some fun things with my family, and not just like constant the same thing over. So for me, it's about when I look at the world around me, it is like, I want people to like know that you can have so much more than what they think they're capable of. And that's mine. So the next question is, how are you going to make those changes? Like, how are you going to make that, what in number one, come true? So if you want to make the change and you want to help people get healthier, if you want to be more fun, like have more finances, if you want to, grow your business, what are you going to do in order to make that happen? So now you're going to take those two answers and you're going to put them together. So you're going to have to reword it, but put it together. And this is going to be your mission statement. Okay, guys? So for example, if when you look at the world around you, what makes you want to change? Well, you really want to help people be happy. You want to be happy yourself, and you want to teach your kids what following your dreams is all about. How are you going to go there? Well, you're going to work your business, and you're going to invite people, and you're going to post on Facebook every day, and you're going to do social media, and you're going to eat healthy, and you're going to work out, and you're going to be that person that those people need to be. So in order, it's the way that we know how to be happy and how to help people. So you need to take that and you need to make it into a mission statement. I want to be happy in order to support my family. I want to be financially free. I want to be out of debt. And I need to focus on my business every day. I need to invite every day. I need to focus on my goals. And you need to put that into a big sentence. And that is your mission statement. And I want you guys to put that on a Post-it and put it on your wall. And I want you to look at it every single morning when you get out of bed. And remember exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what you need to do to get to your dreams. Because so much we are just totally preoccupied by everything else that's going around us, and we forget why we're coaching and what we're doing, why we're doing what we're doing. It's really important why you guys signed up. You signed up for a reason, and you're here on this team call for a reason, because you're serious about making things change for yourself. And that is the biggest step, you guys. That is the biggest step. You guys are all doing everything you need to do. You just need to really keep your visions and your goals at the forefront of your mind all the time, because you can't forget that. You just can't. It's so important not to let that just slip away, and with all the stresses and crap that people and life bring to your without your control. So mindset. Where there is no urgency, there is no focus. Urgency brings creativity. So this is a big one, okay? I want you guys to write down your biggest, scariest goals that make you want to puke. Like, seriously puke. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, what could you say? Okay, so if you're saying that you just want to be a diamond by the end of the year, no. Like, seriously, scratch that and, like, write something that is, like, bigger. Like, I want to be a 5-star diamond elite coach making $60,000. Like, write something that you think is totally, like, scary, but that you would be so happy with. That's what I want you guys to write. Like, what are your goals? Like, write them down, like big goals. Like, seriously, if you're not dreaming big, you're like, it's going to take you forever to get to your goals. Like, you need to, like, think of, like, the end result, like, now. Like, not like, oh, I'll be diamond this year. I might be 2-star diamond next year sometime. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. No, that's not how it goes. You can't do that with this. You have to, like, focus in on exactly what you want and want it now. Because the way this business works is like, people come and go all the time, and you guys need to just, like, you need to just fight for it now and, like, make a stand and show people what you're about and why you're doing this. That is so important. So I want you guys to write that down, and I want you to read it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then I want you to figure out exactly what you need to do to get to your goals. So for me, I've been talking to a few of you lately, and that's that Teamzy. So it is something you have to pay for after the 30-day trial, but I suggest just trying out the free 30-day trial just to kind of get it will help you get into, like, a system. So it's team and then zy.com, and you can just kind of, like, it puts you in the system. So it says how much income do you want to make this year by the end of the year, and if you put 120 grand, it's going to tell you, okay, you need to start 6 new conversations with people, which is just like, hey, how are you? I seen you pop up on my Facebook page. I just wanted to say hello. And then it says 3 invites a day, which is like, hey, I'm just following up. I was wondering if you wanted to be in my challenge group. I know we talked about it a couple of months ago. And then there's adding 3 new friends a day, which is just, adding 3 new prospects to your group, like, to your business. And then it's just following up with, like, other coaches and customers. If you have any, like, in your thing. So it's really easy. It's awesome. And it kind of, like, will get you guys in the system of exactly what you need to do. And it is quick. It's like, I can, like, get on my computer and, like, ram out like 5 invites and, like, 7 follow-ups in, like, half an hour. And then I'm like, whoa, holy crap, I'm done. It used to take me hours, guys, because I was, like, constantly surfing the Facebook messages to try and figure out who I talked to last. Like, I was like, okay, did I talk to her? Like, who can I invite? I have no idea. And then I'll, like, message someone, and then they'll be like, I told you I was pregnant. I'm like, oh, like, you have to, like, keep track of that stuff. So that website has been so helpful to me. It's amazing. So I definitely suggest trying it at least, and then it'll show you exactly, like, what kind of, like, routine you need to do. So reaching those goals, what do you have to do every single month to reach those goals that you just wrote down? Okay, so your monthly goal. So how many sales? So if you want to have a monthly goal and you want to hit SC10 every single month, okay? That's your monthly goal. You want to hit SC10 every month. You want to do personal development. You want to do a workout program. You want to eat healthy. Okay, there's a monthly goal That should be our month. That should be all of our monthly goals. If like at least SC10 should be a monthly goal. Because then you start to get commissions and blah, blah, blah. You know how it all works. Okay. So how many sales per month do you have to make to get there? So to have SC10, you need to make 5 challenge pack sales. That's just a regular challenge pack, or else you need to make like 3 or 4 challenge pack sales with one of the all-in accesses. So 4 or 5 sales a month. Now, judging by what your monthly goal is, what are your weekly goals going to be? So if you're making those, you know, if you have, okay, you need to make 5 sales every single month, well, then that means you need to at least make 1 sale a week, which in turn goes to your daily goals and how many invites and how many posts and how many follow-ups and how many of these things are you doing daily to make 1 sale a week. 1 sale a week is not hard, guys. It's not hard. If you're doing all of the things that you're supposed to be doing, 1 challenge pack sale a week should not be a difficult thing. You need to start reaching out to people. You need to start making conversations with people. Like, I'll give you an example. I added a friend. I have no idea who she was. I just added her. She was a mutual friend of somebody. I just reached out and I was just like, hey, how are you? I hope you're having a good night. I've seen that we're friends on Facebook now. And then she wrote back and she said, yes, oh my gosh, I love your Facebook page. I would love to do one of your programs. And she signed up. So, I mean, you write someone, they're going to check out your page. They might watch you for a day before they reply. But I mean, it has worked. It's since I've been doing that follow up with just like the conversation without the full out like blah, join my challenge group. It's like a, hey, how are you? Hope all's well. Your dog's so cute. That has been working 100 times better because I'm just having a very innocent, mindful conversation with people, and I'm connecting on a level that's not so salesy. So I really, really suggest trying this. And I mean, like, you can like, oh, are you talking?
I had a question.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So when do you bring up anything to do with the programs at all? Or do you just wait till they say something?
Yeah, so I mean, if they bring it up, then that's an opening right there. If they don't bring it up, then I would just maybe like wait a day or two and then like write them down, follow up with them and just be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm having this challenge group coming up if you're interested or you know anyone that's interested. And then it's not so awkward and they don't feel as awkward either because you've already had a conversation with them. They're 100% more likely to reply to you and say yes or no. And I mean, the invites that I've sent out in my year of learning as a coach, when I have sent out invites that are just like to random people that I've never talked to before, and it's just like, hey, I'm having a challenge group. Would you like to join me? For one, they have no idea what a challenge group is because we never did. So when we signed up for the 21-day fix, I was like, what the hell is a challenge group? I don't want to be on Facebook because I was like, you know, didn't want anyone to know who I was like embarrassed of my weight and I was embarrassed of who I was and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, like, they don't even really know what that is. So I think that with constant posts and kind of explaining how we help people and like Transformation Tuesdays obviously are amazing and sharing your transformation and blah, 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 then they kind of start to understand exactly what it is more. And like lots of times when I'm explaining the challenge group, I will say like in brackets, Bonnie Engel, actually I learned this off that Unleash Your Inner Badass. So she puts in like brackets, a private support Facebook group, blah, 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 and just kind of like explains it a little bit so that people can understand it a little bit more than just like a challenge group. Like I've had so many people be like, oh, where do you hold your challenges? And they think that I live in their town and then they think that they need to like come and meet me and all this stuff. So I think it's important to just like, you know, make it like as understanding as possible for people. So what time is it? Don't know how much time we have left here. I'm going to play this video. Or do you guys have any questions before I play this video? Anyone have any questions? No? Okay, I might cut this short if I get a warning saying that we don't have enough time. But this is a really good video, and I thought it went really well with what we talked about today. It's just a 4-minute video. It's really good. Damn ads. Okay.
Are really all reflection of what you're truly capable of achieving. That you are far more talented, you have far more potential than your current reality. Why are you only living up to a fraction of your potential? Stop looking for the quick fix for success, happiness, and wealth. There's no shortcut. There's no cliff notes. There's no quick fix. You are going to walk through a minefield day in and day out of hard freaking work. Because success is earned one day at a time. Every day you lift your head up off the pillow. You're going to decide whether that day you are a success or whether you are a failure. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind. One step at a time. Every step you take away from the bed as you walk through your day, you are either going in the direction of success or you're going in the direction of failure. Knowledge is not power. It is the potential of power, but it is not power in and of itself. Power is only created in what you do with what you know. Because knowledge is not something you can take to the bank. It is only action that produces results. Success is earned by hard freaking work. Hard freaking work. If you ask the circle of champions up here, how did you do it? How did you get to the top? How did you become so successful? Their answers are always going to be 3 words: hard freaking work.
I don't think that as a participant in life, you cannot be committed. You're either committed to mediocrity or you're committed to greatness. You're either committed to being productive or you're committed to being non-productive. You're committed to being happy or you're committed to being unhappy. See, whatever you're doing, however you spend your time, that tells you who you are. So think about what it is you like to create in your life experience.
Your whole life is nothing but the accumulated compound effect of the choices you've made up to this moment.
Right now, we have the most valuable asset on earth on our side, time, but it's running out. And right now, you guys are sitting there. And to make that first step towards greatness is the hardest step. There is one thing harder than that, my friends. It's later in life. As you look back on your life, the windows of opportunity has closed. Your ability is no longer present. And you think back as you could have been. The difference between a champion and someone who's forgotten is that a champion shows up. You want to make more money than you've ever made. You want to travel the world. I don't know. You want to build your second home. I'm not sure what you want, but I need you to understand that you got to give something. You can't stay where you are and go where you're trying to go. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. When you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. If you want to make a difference, all you got to do is one thing. It's how you get started. You want something different, listen to me. All you got to do is make a decision. That's it. For those of you who are making the wrong decision, all you got to do is make the right decision. But if you want to make a difference, make a decision.
Okay, just gonna stop that. Okay. You guys can unmute. We got 7 minutes and 18 seconds. We got everyone on here? Okay, I'll take a picture before we cut out. Do you guys have any questions about that information? Was that good? What did you guys write down? Everyone smile. Did you guys, anyone?
I'll say what
Okay.
I'll say. I said, I want people to feel as happy and positive as I do, and I am going to prove to people that this lifestyle is real and beautiful and possible in every way.
Oh, I love it.
That's good.
And what are you going to do to get there?
I am going to share everything that I do and how I've made this lifestyle work for me, and personal development, and I need to invite, and I need to figure it out.
So,
I'm going to figure it out.
yeah, and I really, like, what I was talking about with the, just like the connecting conversations, it really makes it easier than just sending out, like, hey, I'm in a challenge group. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a really long time. You know, like, just take a little bit of time every day and, like, go to their Facebook page. And if you see that they have, like, a dog, be like, your dog's so cute. Or if they have a baby, be like, hey, you have a baby. You know, like, there's lots of things you can talk about. So it's not so awkward.
I go and I like people's pictures. If something's going on with their kids or whatever, I always comment about it. Like, I'm always commenting on people's pictures.
Yes.
And I have followers that I didn't even think I had.
Okay, Tara, we need to hear from you. We need to hear from you in the last 5 minutes of how you just still got to SC8 in like 7 days.
24 hours?
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, 24 hours. What the hell? That's totally different. 24 hours. How'd you do it?
Well, for example, one lady, she was following and watching, and she saw when I posted Casey's transformation, and I noticed that she liked it and she commented on the post. So I messaged her privately. I added her to Facebook, started chit-chatting with her. So I said, hey there, Margaret, how are you? Amazing results on Casey Spears, 21 days she did that. Isn't that amazing? I said, program super easy, blah, blah, blah. And I gave her all the information. And then she says, it sounds amazing and easy. I'm heading to Vegas in a week or so probably not quite the right time exactly. Will there be another group starting around March 1st or so? I live in 100 Mile too, so will it still work here? Where are you located? And I said, yes, for sure. We will be starting our next group February 27th. I would love to have you in the group. I am on the Sunshine Coast, BC, and yes, you can totally be in the group. I have people from Nova Scotia. And then a couple days later, I reached out to her and I said, hey, Margaret, hope you're having a good day. And then she says, hope your birthday was wonderful. I said, have you put any thought into joining our challenge? I would love to have you on this journey with all these lovely ladies. And she says, I'm really planning on joining the challenge when we get back from Vegas. And then we just start talking about her trip to Vegas and that kind of stuff. And then later on, I reached out to her again and I was like, so our next challenge is going to be starting on the 27th. I said, would you like to order now so that you have it for when you come back from Vegas and you can start right away? So I kind of sold her on the idea of it being at her house and before she went on her holiday and coming back, because if I wait to the end of February, then I might not get those points. So she totally came back and she was totally gung-ho. And then I was like, okay, I'll leave it to you to like just decide. But I really think that you should probably order it now so that you have it. And then she reached out to me today and she's like, oh my God, you're so inspiring. I love your post, blah, blah, blah. I'm in, order it. How do we do this? And she ordered it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Perfect.
And then the other girl last night, she just messaged me out of the blue and she's like, I've been watching you for the last 3 months, and you're super inspiring, and I just love your posts and blah, blah, blah. And how do I get started? So she's just been following me. I had no idea that she was even watching.
Yeah, so reaching out to those people who like your posts that are like related to everything it's a really good idea to like do what Tara did and be like, hey, isn't that awesome? Like, thank you so much for liking it. Or like we talked about last time about your why posts and like people who liked your why post to like private message and be like, thank you so much for, doing that. It makes me feel really supported. It's nerve-wracking to put yourself out there, and so there's a lot of different ways that you could do it.
And like I'm having like people that doubted me in the very beginning, like haters, and now they're just starting to like ask me questions, and they're like, holy, like you're totally like skinny, eh? And I was like, well, I wouldn't say skinny, but I'm actually getting fit. And they're like asking more and more questions each time comes along. So you can tell like they're going to jump on board soon.
That is why everyone says that posting is so important, because if you do not post on Facebook or Instagram or both or whatever, you're not proving yourself. People won't believe you. They will not believe you. We are going to get shut off, you guys. We didn't have very long to talk. It's only less than a minute. Stop recording.